There are many factors to consider when choosing a name for a baby. One that might not come readily to mind is the global aspect. Sometimes, for instance, a name that sounds lovely to a US speaker might mean something inappropriate, silly, or simply unexpected when written or spoken in another language or another part of the world. As a public service to US parents, here are 19 baby names that have surprising associations in other languages and cultures. We're not saying these names are bad, just that, it's worth having all the information. Pippa. Pippa has a rather vulgar meaning in Italy and Sweden. In Italian, it can refer to masturbation or mean hand job, and in Swedish, it's a crude term for sex. In Greek, the word pi alpha, which is pronounced similarly to Pippa, is slang for blowjob. Siri. Siri is reportedly a slang word for penis in Georgian. And in Japan, it sounds like a term for the hindquarters. Bill. The Dutch word for buttock is bil, which sounds a lot like Bill. Kiki. Kiki means vagina in Tagalog/Filipino. Kiki also means crisis in Japanese. Randy. This one is a matter of American English versus British English. While Randy may be an innocuous name in the US, it's slang for horny in the UK. Additionally, there are words in Hindi and Urdu that sound similar to Randy but are used to mean prostitute. Fanny. Like Randy, Fanny has a more crude meaning in British slang. It's a vulgar word for a woman's genitals. Lisa. The name Lisa sounds a lot like Lambda Sigma Sigma Alpha, the Greek word for rabies. Peter. Peter means to fart in French, but fortunately it isn't pronounced like the English name Peter. Apparently Pete can be slang for fellatio in Argentina, though. Cal. Cal sounds a lot like the Russian word for feces. The same word is Bulgarian for mud. Todd. Todd is German for death. Sal. Sal sounds like the French word sale, which means sturdy. Mark. Mark is Norwegian for worm. Dom. Dom is Dutch for stupid. Mona. In certain Italian dialects, mona is a crude word for a woman's genitals, or an insult along the lines of stupid. It's also Spanish for a female monkey. Gary. A reader tells us the name Gary sounds a bit like the Japanese word for diarrhea. Google Translate seems to bear this out. Bobby. Bobby sounds similar to Bobby, which is pig in Indonesian. Kara. Kara is Arabic for shit. Manda. While it's obviously not as common as Amanda, it's worth noting that the name Manda sounds like the Russian word, which is a very vulgar term for a woman's genitals. Nick. In French, nigger is a slang term meaning to have sex, and some conjugations sound similar to the name Nick.